G'day people, this is Sharpino here. Welcome you guys to episode number 61 of the Pokémon SoulStones ShinyLocke. Last episode we had an hour of power in the Sleeper Spire. Today, I don't know if we're going to go for an hour, but we definitely do need to do some work because we lost 2 Pokemon in the last episode. But thankfully, thanks to the fact that we now have the Chanties here to help us train up our Pokemon a lot more quicker, thank Arceus for that one, we can now finally move on and it's not going to take forever to train up new Pokemon. So, with that said, let's go ahead and have a look at the new 2 of Pokemon that have decided to join us today. The first Pokemon decided to add to the team is... we have Lizardon, the Charizard. Timid in nature with dry skin, which means one of its biggest weaknesses is gone. Now, we also have a Charty Berry, so just in case we get surprised by a Rock-type move, we can be prepared for whatever comes our way. So the moveset includes Flamethrower, Air Slash, Dragon Pulse, and Ancient Power. And the new Pokemon that you just saw is Chromosome, our Reuniclus, Psychic Recover, Psybeam, and Psyshock. Now, I'm pretty sure we can teach it some other moves, but I've never really got the chance. We can teach a Shadow Ball. That's for damn sure. We can teach that boy Shadow Ball. Get rid of Psybeam. I mean, hello. Why would you have that? But there we have it. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get to the episode. So, we took out the Sleeper Spire in the last episode, sort of. We kind of took out the forces behind it. So we now know what is inside. So, now we need to find out where Almeida is. They have trouble you here. Okay, Tobias, calm down. I'm just trying to find out where we have to go to next, because we've taken out the Spire. Now we need to talk to some people. Case in point. Here we go. Mrs. Agnes Campbell, is it? Who's asking? No, we're not, Mrs. Campbell. We are not from the Republic. We are not here to harm you. My name is Agent Roberts. We are friends of Sharpino. In fact, we just returned from the Sleeper Spire. You survived? Damn straight we survived. The Sleeper Spire has been cleared of any of the Republican lackeys. They all fled after we chased off their leader, Angelo Duplessis. I'm at a bit of a loss for words. General Duplessis is gone, and the Sleeper Spire is no longer watching us? Not quite. We're not out of the woods just yet. While Sharpino was able to scare off Duplessis, we discovered that the Sleeper Spire is built using the same technology of the Time Gates. Further, they are connected into the Time Matrix. If my hypothesis is correct, I think that means I could reverse engineer the Sleeper Spires into Time Gates and enable us to have access to mass teleportation. This is why we are here at the home of Mrs. Campbell. I understand you used it to be a scientist in the capital working for Israel, is that correct? Apparently you're responsible for developing the early prototypes of what the Sleeper Spires used to be. That is correct. The technology, as I had originally envisioned, was built to enable a reliable and sustained connection to the Time Matrix. There were several cases of the technology that we had planned with the constant connectivity into the Time Matrix. It could be used to create teleportation hubs which would have revolutionized teleportation for our civilization. The technology was loosely based on the Beta Omicron Time Gate. Israel is the one that first introduced me to this Time Gate, and I was able to study it and replicate technology in the early prototypes of the Time Spires, or what the Republic now calls Sleeper Spires. When the Republic came into power, they used the baseline technology and perverted the Time Spires into being used for surveillance and control. Agnes, couldn't you just help us disable the Sleeper Spire and restore them into the Time Spires that you had originally envisioned? I have not been actively practicing my research while I've been a refugee, but I'm certain I can figure it out. God knows the Republican scientists are a bunch of bumbling idiots, so even with being out of practice for more than a decade, I'm probably still smarter than a lot of them combined. I like this lady. Ma, are you sure about this? Isn't it dangerous? I've sat out of this war for this long. It's taken almost everything from me. My husband, my home, my freedom. I can't be a bystander anymore. The revolution has endured through attrition and guerrilla warfare, and they've been hanging on by their fingernails. Meanwhile, just Sharpino and his friend with the Articuno have been able to chase the Republic out of a significant military installation of theirs just by themselves in less than a day. And if there's more of them that are trying to track down and can help bolster the revolution's effort to take back the capital, then this could be a turning point in the war. It would be a fool not to help them, Artie. Now, Agent Roberts, was it? If you wouldn't mind escorting me to the Sleeper Spire, I can see what I can do to try and reverse engineer it. Hold on! If the both of you are going back to Sleeper Spire, what are the rest of us going to do? Caitlyn is still in a temporal illness coma, isn't she? What do we do about her? The Blissbot that I was with when we were trying to revive Caitlyn told me there's apparently some ancient herb deep within something called the Overgrowth. We didn't choose to probe much because we had more pressing matters to deal with, considering that the Blissbot told us that so long that she is stable, the temporal illness has not shown to cause any lasting damage. The Overgrowth? The Blissbot wants you to go into the Overgrowth? That is most troubling. What is the Overgrowth? It is a massive jungle in the northern coast of the Epoch region. It has been allowed to run amok for several centuries. However, having said that, if there's any environment capable of producing the cure for temporal illness, it will be the Overgrowth. How do we get there? There is a passageway to Honeygrove Town in the northeast end of the Barren Waste. You will need to go through Honeygrove Town before you can come out in the jungles of the Overgrowth. We need to go through Honeygrove? There are Republican patrols blocking the way. They said something about needing citizen class M5 or something like that. Ugh, those bureaucrats. Of course they would have cordoned off their way into the capital sector. Here, let me update your Pokegear with the citizen class card M5. What is this? The Republic has created certain sectors in the Epoch region that permit citizens of only a certain class or above to travel through and reside in. Honeygrove Town is designated as a citizen class M5 sector. It means that you need to have at least a citizen class level to access that area. What? Citizen class cards are assigned at birth. How did you manage to get your hands on the M5 one, General Almeida? When I told Sharpino that General Almeida had a bit of a soft spot for the revolution, I meant it. When he was still a formal part of the revolution, he was quite well known for his hacking skills. He has been able to readily subvert the security of the Republic systems and forge these identity cards for some time. Whenever one of the revolution's undercover personnel was identified, he was able to effectively replace their identities by forging a new citizen card for them and allow them to continue their undercover operations. How do you think he had been able to desert the revolution yet stay under the radar for as long as he have? He replaced his own citizen card to give himself a new identity, and the imbeciles of the Republic have no idea of his past affiliations because of that. The Republic's reliance on their technology will be their downfall. Wow, isn't that sort of real life? In any case, Sharpino, you and your friends will now be able to freely walk into Honeygrove Town with that citizen card. Understood, Sharpino. I will stay behind here in Theater Epsilon and work with Agnes to try to reverse engineer these Sleeper Spires for our purposes. You, Alexis, and Natalia can go onwards to Honeygrove Town. Aye, aye, Captain. The level cap now has been raised to 150. Okay, so just when I got everyone trained up to level, my goodness. Collect 6 cactus roses from Mika. Okay, so one of these buildings has Mika in it, who asked us to get those roses. What does he look like again? He looks like a little teenager. Oh, like a backpacker. Okay. So now we're looking for a backpacker dude. Okay. Backpacker dude. This music, I don't know why it reminds me of the Five Nights at Freddy's, the adventure game. I don't know what you call it, but okay, so I was just here. Okay, so we're looking for Mika. Oh, Mika, where are you, Mika? I have some roses for you. Don't you like the roses? I'm sure you like the roses. There's no backpackers here. Where the bloody hell are you? Crikey, mate, you've been out in the Barren Waste. There are an abundance of Epoch Arboks that are known for being highly venomous. Many a traveller that have wandered around the desert have encountered the creatures and been stung by them. If you can bring me some of their venomous glands, I could extract the poison from them and use it to develop anti-venom. I reckon if you can bring me back 3 venomous glands from Epoch Arboks, that ought to be enough. Okay, we apparently have a new mission now from accepting. Here you are. Have you collected 6 cactus roses for me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Wonderful. This is enough to make a beautiful garland of roses. I have a gift for you as a token of my appreciation. Epoch Bonds. This is a shiny hunt. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, considering that we haven't really done much, I think we can go ahead and try to shiny hunt for this. So we'll be right back when we get ourselves a shiny Epoch Bonsly. Stay tuned for the shiny. go. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Whew. Whew. Okay. So, after well over half an hour and 72 soft resets for the shiny Epoch Bonsley, we now finally have it. Sassy nature, perfect IVs, and it has Sand Bale. So perhaps it's something for me to look into a little bit later as far as what we can do. So, we're now going to head back to the Pokemon Center and give back our little Reuniclus that's sitting in the PC right now. I mean, it's okay. I wouldn't say it's the best looking shiny if I'm being perfectly honest, but I mean, it's okay. But the good news is that we're now heading into the next area, and what I'm hoping to see when we head to the next area is the fact that we could get ourselves some more stuff to help us out with our Pokemon as far as the IV training, the EV training. If we can see that in Honeygrove, that would be fantastic. So, this is the capital sector. Look at this place. It's so pretty. We just came from a desolate, barren desert. I get the checkpoint tunnel was quite long, but the environment looks so different. I can just breathe the air and it just feels cleaner. General Almeida wasn't kidding when he said that there was a systematic difference in the way certain citizen classes live. If you are assigned to a citizen class at birth, it basically confines your ability to escape adversity. You are doomed to never escape your circumstances. No upward social mobility. This feels basically the same as how Tyrone and the Black Persians were made to feel. The system suppressed their ability to make a better life for themselves, so they were forced to turn to a life of crime. Meanwhile, you have people in the upper classes of society that are living a relatively posh lifestyle that live basically right across the street from them, and they rub it in their faces of the lower classes of society. That is just unconscionable. How can the government morally not only condone that, but actively systematically reinforce that? Are you forgetting this is the Republic, Alexis? This behavior is perfectly consistent with all the horror stories we've heard from them thus far. We came to this timeline for a reason, to help these people reclaim their lives from the corrupt Epoch Republican government. Right, so does anyone know where to go from here? The immediate objective is to apparently find some ancient herb in the overgrowth that can be curing Caitlyn's temporal illness. While Agent Roberts and Agnes work on trying to reverse engineer the Sleeper Spire and convert it back into a time gate, we need to find someone who knows what kind of herb we might be looking for. What are the chances there's anyone roaming around the town that might have any ideas? Oh, I don't know. Something tells me that little guy on the top of our screen might have an idea.
I beg your pardon. I couldn't help but overhear. You're looking for a herb to cure temporal illness from the overgrowth?
It's like you could write these things. Yes, we are. Our friend is in a coma and a bliss spot has noted that it was a side effect of suffering from temporal illness.
A coma? From temporal illness? Oh my, that isn't good. Comas only manifest in very extreme cases of temporal illness. What was your friend doing prior to suffering from temporal illness?
Alexis and Natalia quickly glance at you to subtly nod their heads in agreement so as to not give away too much from the stranger.
Let me guess, did she try to use one of the teleportation waypoints?
Yes, exactly. She was traveling with us through a teleportation waypoint. She was complaining about getting a splitting headache shortly after using the service. The next day, her boyfriend called us and told us she wasn't waking up, and that's when we found out that she was in a coma as a side effect of temporal illness.
That is most troubling. It is a very rare side effect of using the teleportation waypoints, and I'm stunned to actually encounter a person that has ever fallen into a coma following use of the waypoint service. Any more common symptoms are easily cured, so it was deemed safe enough to use as a means of travel.
Can you help us?
I might be able to. I am an ex-herbologist that trained in the capital sector, and I've heard of a special mushroom that grows only in the overgrowth. This mushroom is rumored to have special curative properties. I know of a special recipe that can extract the nutrients in the roots and distill it into a sort of syrup that can be administered to a patient. Some previous studies have shown that this mushroom has the ability to cleanse cases of temporal illness and make a person's mind pure once again.
Where would you find this mushroom exactly? If the overgrowth is as large as we've been told, it's going to be chock full of mushrooms.
I might be able to help you find it. It's a very difficult herb to try and track down if you don't know what you're looking for. I will tell you what. As the southern overgrowth is a fairly sizable jungle, I will accompany you in the jungle and guide you in your search.
That would be most wonderful. Thank you for your kindness, Mr.
Dr. Leduc. It is a pleasure, children. You must pardon my excitement, but as an ex-herbologist, the thought of attempting to cure temporal illness is a very exciting prospect. The side effects are an intellectual curiosity that has stumped many scientists in this region. Since there has not been a reliable way to reproduce the side effect of temporal illness due to a lack of subjects, the body of research and studies in the matter of comas as a side effect of temporal illness are fairly undeveloped. If I had an opportunity to contribute my findings, it would be a fantastic way to keep my mind fresh considering I'm recently retired and I'm bored out of my mind. In any case, I shall meet you at the entrance of the Southern Overgrowth. Meet me there when you are ready. Good thinking on that lie, Alexis. That was quick and seemed plausible enough to fool that old fellow. I feel bad, though. He seems nice. Maybe not all these capital sector people aren't as bad as General Almeida says. Not so fast, Alexis. We need to be careful about who we trust. He seems nice at face value, but we should make sure not to let our guard down. It seems strangely convenient that the person that could help us just happened to be coincidentally right near us and have overheard our conversation. I agree. He looks familiar, but I can't place from where, though. We should proceed with caution. Damn it, I thought my sister was paranoid. Rest her soul. Perhaps, but we're in a foreign timeline. We have a totalitarian government that has suppressed the wills and freedoms of many of its citizens for more than a decade. We have no idea what kind of motive some of these people might be hiding. Plus, Sharpino seems to remember his face, so we should still be careful. Alright, fine. Let's meet up with this guy in the Overgrowth and see how he can help us. Right now, he's the best we have. Our alternative is that we wander aimlessly through a massive jungle trying to find a mushroom in an overgrown jungle that allegedly cures temporal illness. We don't even know what it looks like, so without him, we could be searching for the proverbial needle in the haystack. Sharpino, we'll go ahead. Meet us in the Southern Overgrowth when you're ready. Okay, that's quite the mouthful, first off. I have planted a bed of flowers here using a special set of seeds I've cultivated. I would like you to take one of these seeds as well. It helps power up grass moves. A miracle seed. Wow, a proper looking Pokemon Center. Hey, it's the Epoch Man that gives us all the questions. Let's talk to him. Hello, I am the Epoch Question Man. I should give you an answer for questions. What do you say? Sure. Okay, first question. What is the typing of Epoch Vanillux? I think it's pure poison. Correct. Epoch Vanillux is a pure poison type. Next question. What health item will lock you into using a single move but boost your special attack? That would be the choice specs. Correct. Question number 3. Which of the following Pokemon does not have a Mega? Okay, I'm pretty sure Epoch Beartic doesn't have one. No, okay. Well, that sucks. Okay, so there's Epoch Mega Beartic over here. Okay, last question. Who doesn't have a Mega? I'm going to say... I'm pretty sure Electrode has one, so it's these two. I'm pretty sure Honchkrow has one, so I'm going to say Serena. Wow, Honchkrow doesn't have one? Okay. Unless I'm just wrong about Electrode. A Toxic Plate. A Toxic Orb. And Black Sludge. Wow, I feel so toxic. Ooh. Okay, let's see what's over here. So we have the Specialty Berry Farmer. Yo, you help with the weakness berries. Yay! I like this place. Do you have the one that, I'm trying to look for the friendship ones. Do you have the friendship ones? Because I've got some Pokemon that might need some help. Ask and you shall receive. Let's go! Because, I was trying to train up a Riolu, but for some reason I could not, even though I was leveling it up and doing all the friendship stuff, I couldn't evolve it. So now we have this. Okay, so this is awesome. We're in Honeygrove. Nice. Alright, we'll probably need to buy some more max repels. That's for damn sure. Let's buy 50 of those bad boys. We can sell some stuff later. But the river flows at the base of Serenity Falls in the northeast. The Umbaru encampment is nestled deep within the overgrowth, but east of that village is where an entryway over the Cinderwood town. Okay, well, it looks like we can get ourselves an encounter in here, and there's just a wild Wooper just sitting there. Okay, I didn't get any of that, but I was talking about weaknesses, so cool. I wish there was a kind of repellent that ward off certain types of Pokemon, but not others. I hate bug-type Pokemon and don't believe them to be any good. On the other hand, I really like grass and poison types. Interesting. A repel that repels certain Pokemon. That could be interesting. In the Epoch region, the defensive berries such as Occa berries and Barbara berries reduce incoming damage from fire and steel type respectively to 5%.
I can give you a portion of these when I go on a day's left. Would you like a bash? We've got passion berries. Oh, excuse me. So every day he gives you free berries. Nice. Okay. So I can just keep resetting the time and... Ah, someone can teach us bug buzz. No one can learn it though. Okay. The overgrowth is massive. There's a northern part and a southern part, and then there's a Imbaru encampment. Okay. The air is so much cleaner here. I imagine it would be. My husband was conscripted to join the Republic armies. Now all that remains of him, curse the war, has made me a widow. Aww. Too real, too real. Stop. Honeygrove Daycare is now open for business. I'm the daycare man. Oh, so this is where the daycare person is. Oh, okay. So we can breed for babies. We can breed for babies. But we're not going to do that because there's a Nuzlocke. The Republic has been terraforming certain parts of the Epoch region to their liking. The extent of their activities changed to the Serenity Lake to Serenity Falls. Yikes. I don't get what the difference is. I really don't. I'm very interested in studying the water in the Polaris Passage. The crystal-like transparency of the water favours their curative properties. They have a number of fresh springs that might have clues to help me in my research. Okay, thank you for that tidbit of random information that has no relevance. But the good news is we can now use Alakazam here to transport us back if need be. So here's the Polaris Passage. And more story. Ugh, gross. I took one step in here and started sinking into the ground. Not one of my shoes is soaking wet and completely covered in mud. I never took you to be a princess, Alexis.
Indeed, the overgrowth is a large, daunting jungle that has been permitted to growing unchecked for a few hundred years. But where there are a number of venomous creatures, deep mud that can really impede a person's movement. And the smell, ugh, God, the odor of this place is offensive to one's senses. I would prefer we don't have to go into the overgrowth, but if your friend's suffering from temporal illness, I will willingly endure this place to help you. So what exactly are we looking for, Dr. Leduc?
A glowing mushroom. It goes by the name Manashroom. It is said that these mushrooms glow because of their connection to the earth, and the fact that they are infused with mana, the arcane energy that are balanced throughout their region. If we can obtain some of these Manashrooms and bring them to a lab I have at the Umbaru encampment, I could extract the ingredients and form the mixture we require to assist your friend. In fact, I see one right now. Excellent, that's one for the collection. Keep searching the jungle and meet me at the end of the overgrowth, near the entrance of the Umbaru encampment, the next town over. Once you've collected 9 more Manashroom samples each, I shall do my own searching on my way over, but it's important we split up and try to retrieve 9 Manashroom samples each. Each of you take one of these and put it in your Manashroom samples you collect in here. 9 Manashrooms each? You've got to be kidding, Dr. Leduc. I apologize if this comes off as rude, but do you want to save your friend or not? Finding 9 samples of these Manashrooms, now that you know what you're looking for, is hardly too much to ask. Not at all, Dr. Leduc. Alexis is just being a princess and doesn't like dark swamps. She's far too much of a city mouse. I shall accompany the princess through the jungle. Very well then, stay safe, children, and I shall meet you at the end of the overgrowth. Ew, 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 ew! Mushrooms! Good grief, Alexis, you're such a baby. Aren't you supposed to be the mayor of Sirius City? I didn't even ask to be the mayor. My sister was so entranced by the effects of her soulstone and latent power of greed. She attacked Sharpino and Agent Victor in the Tomb of the Fallen One, and Victor and Sharpino had to defend themselves. If only I could tell you the truth about what happened in the tomb. Victor, that treacherous bastard, he murdered your defenseless sister in cold blood. Alexis, ugh. Anyway, you heard Dr. Leduc. We have to each bring him 9 of these Manashrooms. It's best if we all split up and meet up at the end of the jungle. Okay. So, there are quite a few encounters in this area. That much we do know. So, here's what I feel like we should do. To wrap up today's episode, we're going to do 3 shiny hunts. 1 in the Polaris Passage, 1 in the Umbaru, in this overgrowth jungle here. But also, because in the southern overgrowth, because we also have a northern overgrowth, and also in Honeygrove Town. So we're going to do 3 hunts. So I'm just having a look and trying to see where would be the best way to hunt this area. If we get a superior, that would actually be really good. So I think maybe that's what we'll go for. But let's have a look in the other areas. So we have that. What encounters do we have here? Okay, we have Araquanid. We already have that. So pretty much exactly the same as before. I guess we could go for either Ludicolo or Poliwrath. I guess that wouldn't be too bad. And in the Polaris Passage, we have a lot of different water types. We could get Primarina in the water. That would be awesome. Whoa, we could actually go for the Gastrodon just with the old rod. Okay, then we have normal snow encounters. And honestly, I think the water would really be the best way to hunt in the water. Yeah, I think we're going to find some water and start some hunting. So we'll be right back. We get ourselves three shinies. And stay tuned for the shiny goodness that is to come to you guys. Yes! Oh my god! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yeah! That's what target I wanted! Let's go! Wow! How gorgeous does that look? Primarina, let's go! Woo! Love that shit right there. Let's go! Oh! You love to see it. You love to see it. Oh my god. That looks absolutely amazing. And you know I'm going to give it the nickname Andre, because that's what I called it when I caught my shiny Poplio in my Let's Play of Pokemon Ultra Moon's ShinyLocke. That's a shout out to that throwback. Let's go! Oh, I'm so happy I got the target I wanted. Only 23. That was only 23 random encounters. So I am so happy with that at 23. Dude. Alright, 2 more hunts to go. Stay tuned for the next shiny. Hello, hello, hello. It's that part of the video where I ask you guys to support this channel by not only hitting the like button, but also hitting the subscribe button down below, because I've been having a blast playing this game and I know you guys are enjoying it. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know when the next video drops in your sub boxes on the YouTubes. So until then, continue watching this video and enjoy yourselves. Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! What is this? Holy crap! Wow! What a crazy shiny at 5. Actually, we'll make it 6. 6 random encounters. Oh my god! What is this? It looks so crazy. Look at the coloring of it. That red and purple. God damn. Alright, nickname for you. I'm going to call you... I'm going to call you Salsa. That's why I call... You do the Salsa, you do the Macarena. You know, we got the you know, all of that. Oh my god. I think Salsa is the most appropriate nickname for this. Oh my god. Oh my god. And that was actually one of the 2 Pokemon I wanted to get. It was either going to be the Poliwrath or the Ludicolo, and the fact that I got the Ludicolo is amazing. The fact that I got the target from the Polaris Passage is awesome. The fact that I got one of the 2 targets is amazing. But now let's have a look at the Southern Overgrowth. Let's have a look and see what we could get here. I already have Greninja. For Alligator would be interesting, but I was thinking about possibly getting the Superior. I reckon the Superior would actually be a really good encounter. Now, we already have Ambipom, and I'm pretty sure we already have Carnivine. So that means it's a 1 of 2 chance, a 50-50 chance for Tropius or for Superior. And considering that we've only had 1 Grass Start in this Let's Play, I feel like we should really go for the Superior. So, fingers crossed we do get our target, because we can go 3 for 3 on the target. So stay tuned for the next shiny. Yes! Yes! Oh my god! Yes! Look at this beautiful shiny! Shiny Superior at 96 random encounters. Thank God I did not see that Tropius. I saw Ambipom, I saw Carnivines, and I already had those shinies, so I didn't count those. But ladies and gentlemen, we have the Shiny Superior. Let's freaking go! Look how great it looks. It looks like Obstagoon Shiny in Sword and Shield. That's honestly how, that is the only way I could describe it, is that's how it looks. It looks so good. Look at that color scheme though. My goodness, man. It looks like a red vine. So, I'm going to go ahead and call you Bubblegum, because that's what I call my Obstagoon, the shiny one, if I ever had one. I'm going to call you Bubblegum, because that's the color I associate with Bubblegum. It's just that red, is that offset reddish bluish color. But guys, we finally have it. Let's freaking go. I am so happy that we at least got 3 of the targets that we wanted in our shinies. Oh my goodness. So that is absolutely amazing. So let's go ahead and check out our newest shinies that we have over here. So we have Epoch Bonsly, that is grass and ground. We've got Andrea Primarina, looking very divalicious, if I do say so myself. And it has Liquid Voice as a hidden ability. But does it have any other abilities? We have to find that out later on, because, yeah, I'll tell you what, but those IVs need to definitely be worked on. And then we have Salsa Ludicolo with Rain Dish, average EVs, IVs, should I say. And then finally we got Bubblegum the Superior with Shed Skin, which is actually a really good ability, especially when you try to avoid that paralysis, because it's so fast. It's so fast. But if it had Contrary, it would obviously be better. But, ladies and gentlemen, that will be today's episode. Now, unfortunately, my work is going to take me away from making videos for the next couple of days, so I won't be able to make any videos until probably next weekend. So there'll be no videos this week, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. And if you do, make sure you like the button down below, because as always, your support is greatly appreciated. And as I mentioned, while I'm away, don't worry, there's plenty of videos. I've got well over 1,700, I think 1,800 videos on my channel for you to watch while I'm gone. So many different Let's Plays I've done. Shiny hunting, Pokemon battling, TCG card opening. Trust me, I've done it all on the Pokemon channel here. So hopefully you guys can be patient and wait for me to come back. But until then, guys, until next time I see you guys in the next video, stay safe, stay sharp, and I'll catch you guys all next time. Later.